know. Look, I'm going to hit watch. Subscription required. Oh, okay. I'm going to log in. Just fill in my stuff.
Whoa, the Hawks are beating the Knicks? What just happened?
Knicks in 6. You see, the Hawks got to beat them twice for it to be Knicks in 6. Right? Isn't that true?
That is true.
That is true.
Here's where we're going to get going. I need your full, undivided attention. Not only did I text you and you didn't respond, so we'll see how this intro goes. Big Ben. I am late to the game. I just found out what Kalshi is.
Oh, jeez.
I had no idea until this weekend. It's a predictive betting application where you can predict and bet on future outcomes like sports, which we love, the price of gas, the score of a Rotten Tomatoes movie. You even bet on the weather of Bakersfield next Tuesday. But with these prediction markets, nothing is guaranteed except one thing.
You lose.
Wemby. If I could go back in time, once this started, I would have went all in on Wemby. Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, best player in the league. I mean, just today, he got announced Defensive Player of the Year. Unanimous. Not one person voted the other way. 7'4", 22 years old, third year in the league. We talked about it last week. Is he going to wait in line? Is he going to push himself to the front of the line? What's he going to do? So now the real debate starts because he's got the hardware now. What is it going to take for Wemby to leapfrog SGA and Joker to be the best player in the world?
Time. That's it. To your point, right? If predictive analytics said if you would have gone and bet because you saw the trajectory he was on, right? However, you didn't bet either way. But my point is time. He needs 18 months. That's it. So not this time next year, but going into the next season, the 2028 season, best player in the world, bar none. And because the trajectory of Wemby is so up and to the right versus Jokic's probably plateaued, right? He might sit there for a while and average a triple-double. SGA, same thing. But Wemby is so unique that all he needs is time. That's it. And just don't get hurt. Just do not get hurt.
Well, the pundits would say, oh, K Winn, SGA's got the ring and the MVP. He's probably going to win another one this year. Jokic, 3-time MVP's got the ring. I've got the eye test. And what Wemby does, he's elite on both sides of the floor. SGA and Jokic, they will never win a Defensive Player of the Year. Never. And so you're saying years away? I mean, this could be months away.
It's true, depending on the next. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're right. You're exactly. But you're not going to shift the MVP narrative, and like he's not going to get any more. But in the mind and eyes of everyone else, you're exactly right. SGA, he'll be in the conversation, the top 5, like top 3 point guards, maybe if everything, the trajectory continues, he wins some rings and so forth.
Nope, it's over.
It's
over. Here's my analogy. Remember when Trout and Ohtani played on the same team? And they're like, yeah, they're good. And then all of a sudden, Ohtani up into the right. Trout is still good, but Ohtani's a global superstar.
Fair.
And you know what? He pitches and plays defense. Ohtani pitches and plays offense. Ohtani plays defense and offense. I'm so excited. I'm getting this whole messed up.
Yeah, you screwed up there. Hold on. Let me finish.
Wemby plays offense
Agreed.
and defense. Ohtani pitches and plays offense and defense. SGA is a one-trick pony like Mike Trout.
Hold on. Mike Trout is probably... Okay, let's talk about it this way then. I'll frame it in your analogy. SGA is Mike Trout, one of the best players at their position for a prolonged period, right?
Hall of Famer.
Yep. And depending on rings, and Mike Trout has having a decent season to start. But you look at Wemby. Wemby's going to be the top 5. He could be all-timer.
Yeah.
Like all-timer. Like he has that trajectory. All-timer. Now, if he does not get injured, right? But all-timer. We haven't seen this before. Now, we've seen someone put up the numbers. Jokic's put up just amazing numbers. But Jokic's not a rim protector. He's not definitely not winning Defensive Player of the Year. Like he's a unicorn. He's the rainbow unicorn of the league. Like there's no one else like him. And you're right. The trajectory largely depends on how far the Spurs go. Like if he wins in his third year, Defensive Player of the Year, top 3 in the MVP, Finals MVP, and they win the title,
it's a wrap.
Game over. They're going to come out with a game. Wemby's NBA. Like, the kids it won't be an NBA 2K, 3K, whatever. It'll be Wemby's NBA. He is that good. He is that good. He's transcendent.
I like what you're saying because SGA is great. I'm just giving you and the fans a hard time. Hall of Famer, stud, awesome at what he does. Jokic, even probably better than SGA in terms of what he can do and his longevity. And they're talking about the Joker as being maybe one of the best centers ever to play in the game. And that's going up against Kareem. And what we're saying is Wemby has the potential to be the greatest of all time, minus barring the position. Obviously, he's got to win some rings. He's got to do some other stuff, but he's looking pretty good, accelerating in that direction.
This is the reason he's a unicorn. He's a player. He's not a center. He's not like he is everything. Positionless, right? He's not, I want to call him one. He's one-ish. He's a 2-ish, but he's definitely a 3, 4, 5 guy.
Hey, he's only in year 3. Next year, he could start bringing the ball up.
I mean, but I like what you said. Like the trajectory will depend on what happens in the playoffs. Like if he doesn't shun, he shows up and then shows out. Wemby will be like, you'll see so many Wemby jerseys.
Yeah.
So many.
And he's actually gotten here pretty early, like year 3,
very
22
early.
years old. Like we were going crazy over Ant when Ant was like 26, 27. Wemby has gotten here pretty quick. So even if the Spurs don't win it this year, they're going to be knocking at the door and have the opportunity to win it for the next 10 years if he's healthy.
Well, our generations have seen guys like Sean Bradley, Mark Eaton, some of these tall dudes that are just rim protectors, right? Lucky, they'll get an offensive rebound and a dunk. Wemby is just, and you kind of had this like, oh god, 7'4" guy, probably can't chew gum and walk at the same time. Incredible. Yeah. Absolutely incredible. Transcendent. I like that. They should call him transcendent.
Well, they say, I think KG is actually 7 feet. So what we're seeing with Wemby is he can block shots like Sean Bradley.
Yeah.
He can shoot the 3 like Manute Bol. And he's got the mid-range game and athletic ability of KG.
He's the creative player on NBA 2K. Just give him he came to light. Someone made him and he actually just came out. It's ridiculous. I'm excited to watch him in the playoffs. The Spurs will be the games that I look to watch.
And you all should be looking to watch and listen to these episodes. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and K Winn. Each and every week, a brand new podcast. Audio, sometimes video. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscription button and also give us a thumbs up. If you're listening on audio, that could be Apple, it could be Spotify, it could be Pandora, it could be iHeart. Make sure you also give us a thumbs up, give us a 5-star review, and tune in every week at Big Ben K Winn _. That's where you can get your social media. TikTok, Instagram, X, Threads. Don't forget to follow the Discord. We talk Wemby. We're going to talk more NFL playoffs. Excuse me, man. We're going to talk NBA playoffs, the NFL draft, and much, much more.
I like your hat, by the way.
Thank you.
Compliment.
Love
it. Where do you want to start? NBA playoffs?
Yeah. I want to talk about the text you sent me. Ant Edwards and the T-Wolves, are they done?
Yes. I've said this. You don't even have to Alex Rodriguez is going to curse that franchise. Just soft. Is Randall even on the team anymore? He barely. There's just got no grit, no guts. Just when your guys are Ant and Rudy Gobert, who's 7'3" but gets blocked, at the rim by a 6'4" guy. They're just soft. Done. No run.
I saw game 1 and I saw all that I needed to see. Game 2 is coming up here shortly. But in the crunch time, it's Ant playing one-on-one iso ball, trying to do it all by himself. And as great as he is, he can't score on 3 defenders that are packing it in the lane.
Nope.
Rudy Gobert turning the ball over, didn't block out someone towards the end of the shot clock. It's the little things that matter to advance in the playoffs. And Minnesota doesn't do the little things.
No.
And they don't have enough support around Ant as well, right? I don't think they have enough perimeter shooting. Jaden McDaniels is a little erratic. He's a little inconsistent. Mike Conley's a little old.
Can we not mention the Timberwolves anymore? Alex Bottom, let them go live in Minnesota. Let them, try to put up a good team. They're just soft. They're not fun.
Can we transition hot off the press? The Hawks beat the Knicks 107-106, game 6.
Knicks in 6.
Could happen.
It's not a series until what? Someone wins.
Road team wins.
Yeah.
The first game on the playoffs. But here's what I want to talk about. If I can find the stats. Oh, my boy, Kuminga had 19 today. It's going to ruin this bit a little bit. But no, it's all about averages. So here I want to talk about Kuminga. Couldn't fit into the Warriors system. Whether he's a starter or a bench player, wanted out, didn't get along with Steve Kerr. It just didn't work. He needed a fresh new start in Atlanta to get to that next level. But here's what I have for you, Big Ben. Kuminga in April with the Hawks, he's averaging 13.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. Now, I know you're saying, hey, K Winn, that's only April. You should actually talk about what he's done with the Hawks his whole career, and I will. In 16 games with the Hawks, Kuminga's averaged 12.3 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. How does that compare against his career stats with the Warriors? So with the Warriors, he played in 278 games. That's a large sample size. And he averaged 12.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.8 assists. He is the same player. He's a bench player. And the things he's doing in Atlanta, my friend brought it up, is all the things that he did not do for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. So why did he not just do that with the Warriors?
This is like an ex-girlfriend for all the Warriors fans, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is Kuminga doing? Did he update his status?
It's not a hot one. It's not a hot.
It's not a hot one, but you sometimes you need a new environment, right? I don't know where Kuminga went to school, where he was raised, but let me tell you this:
high school.
What's that?
Came out of high school.
Okay, where do you go to high school?
He's overseas player, international. He played in the G League. Yeah, he played in the G League with Jalen Green.
Either way, Quinn Snyder's a good coach.
Kuminga's not a good player, is what I'm saying.
Well, maybe Quinn Snyder made him a good player.
He's the exact same player today as he was yesterday, as when he came into the league.
So Quinn just took him and put a different uniform on him then. Like, what do you want me to say?
I'm saying
that he stinks?
Yes.
I don't think Kuminga stinks.
Perfect. Let's move on.
He stinks. The Hawks in 6. No. The Knicks can't get out of the first round this year. Holy guacamole.
Yeah, it's going to be a big choke job.
I mean, have you seen Atlanta's starting 5? You couldn't name 3 of them.
Jalen Johnson, CJ McCullough, Nikhil Walker-Alexander.
Okay, you watched the game earlier. Come on, quit cheating.
Dyson Daniels.
Quit cheating.
And the guy went to USC at Nagwa. I can't pronounce his name, but you know what I'm talking about. I played with both the Ball brothers in high school.
You know what team I like?
Lakers.
No, the team I like, House Money. And here's my theory. This has happened 6 times in NBA. Most recent one was when Jimmy Butler put together a series of all series where the Heat knocked off the Bucks in the first round.
And then they beat the Celtics.
Yeah. Jimmy just killed that playoff series. The Magic won the first game against the Pistons. Now,
wire to wire, I believe.
Wire to wire. I thought about this. You could literally take all 8 teams that have made the playoffs, shake them up, and throw them on a bracket, reseed them all just randomly, and you could look at me like, well, sure, that seems right. You know, the Magic were top in the East for a little bit. Like, the change and fluctuation in seeding changed quite a bit over the course of the season in the East. But here's why I like the Magic. One, Paulo Banchero. Under-promised and under-delivered this year. Over-promised and under-delivered.
In the regular season.
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, severely over-promised, under-delivered. Everyone thought, like, MVP candidate, take the Magic to, top 3 seed. Did not happen. Franz Wagner, same thing. Jalen Suggs, chip on his shoulder. Who shows up tourney time more than Jalen Suggs?
No one.
No one. I think that, and then the Pistons, here's the other thing. Go back to the first 8-1 was when my Sonics got beat by the Nuggets and Akeem Mutombo. But here's the thing. If you clinch that 1 seed, you might take the foot off the pedal a little. You know, you might not practice as hard. You might not play as hard. You might go out, the club a little bit. But Orlando's got a chip on their shoulder. Yeah. Like, they severely underdelivered.
Well, they're finally healthy right now. Paulo missed some time. Franz missed some time. And then they're still trying to work Desmond Bane into the rotation and figure out how they play together. But coming into the season, I thought the Orlando Magic were a top 3 team in the East. And they're an 8 seed. And that's a problem for Detroit, who is still trying to get back into that number 1 seed form. Because K did miss a little time with his I think it was a lung injury. I still think the Pistons get him. I think they get him. Are you going Magic?
Well, at this stage, I don't, like, literally, I couldn't pick a series right now other than the Cleveland Raptors series. I can't.
2-0.
And maybe the Celtics.
I can pick all the series.
Other toss.
I can even pick the winner.
Of all of them.
Me. Yeah.
Go. In 30 seconds or less. No rationalizing, no, like, looking up stats.
The Pistons will beat the Magic.
Okay.
The Celtics will beat who are they playing?
The
Sixers. The Knicks will beat the Raptors. And then the Cavs.
Knicks aren't playing the Raptors. Knicks are playing the Hawks.
The Knicks will beat the Hawks. And then the Cavs will beat the Raptors.
So you just went all chalk.
Yes.
No upsets.
Yes.
Okay.
And then Boston will beat the Knicks. And then Detroit will beat the Cavs. And then Boston will beat Detroit and go into the Eastern, go into the finals as the Eastern Conference representative. And then in the West, it's just Wemby, Spurs, 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 Spurs. Wemby, 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 Spurs, Spurs, Spurs. Title town in San Antonio. Get your churros ready. Because Big Ben and K Winn are coming to San Antonio to ride the rodeo, the bulls, and the river rock.
Churros aren't native to San Antonio. Like, come on.
They're not native, but they're very good in San Antonio.
They're known for churros. What are you known for? The elbow and churros.
Yeah. And the river walk.
And the river. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. From what I've heard. Never been to San Antonio.
Never have. And I never will probably go. I'm just joking.
I wonder what the Calci at. What is the Calci at? Pull that up right now. What are the odds?
I don't. I'm not a member.
Oh, when the reason you sent me that text, I'm like, oh gosh, he's asking me if you should download it. I'm like, I don't want to be held accountable to you. I'm getting a call or text from Jen like, hey, Kyle's seems to be yelling at the TV a lot lately. He's depressed.
I'm not downloading the app.
We've been eating banquet dinners the last 3 nights. Like,
are you a member of the app?
No, never will be.
How about your friends?
My friends have been, yeah, but
you don't have to name them. But
yes,
are any of them in it?
No one's in it. Like, they're like, I went on, it was brutal. Like, it's predictive, right? Like, things shift. The more someone goes here, the less money you make. So you're just betting against everyone else, effectively, and it's whoever. And a lot of the stuff is pretty predictable, right? But there are the weather in Bakersfield on Tuesday is a little, who knows? It's, in my opinion, it's silly.
It's fad, just like Bitcoin.
It's silly.
It's a Ponzi scheme.
It's silly. It's not truly betting, right? There's not a set line. There's not anything. It fluctuates, like, just depending on who's pressing buttons on the other end. You don't know how intelligent that person is, but like, it's silly.
Well, because for every outcome, there's got to be someone on the other side of the fence.
Right.
And then the odds or the outcome vary depending on how much you think the price of gas is or what the weather will be in Fresno on Wednesday.
Right. And generally, the people making money on those know things that you don't.
Insider information.
That's the way it is. All right, where are we going? Let's get back to sports.
Football.
Ooh, draft.
Yeah, it's coming
Draft
up.
day coming up. When is it? Next week?
No, it's Thursday.
Jeez. Pittsburgh. We're doing what's the Pomonis?
Steel City? Terrible Towel?
No. I'm trying to think of the food in Pittsburgh. I think there's Pomoni Brothers.
I don't know. It's another city I'll never go to.
I think there's a river walk actually over the river. There's a bridge to get into the baseball park. That's apparently very nice. But yeah, I'm not going to Heinz Stadium anytime soon.
No.
12 draft picks. How interesting is that?
Very interesting.
12 draft picks.
Is Aaron Rodgers coming back?
Well, McCarthy's there. I mean, God, bookend both careers with that. That'd be gross. God, can you imagine them? It'd be like a dad, and it's like McCarthy's the dad, and the son's like 40, having to go back and live with him. In some regard, the guy's going to do what he wants, but
moving back in with his parents.
Yes, exactly.
You're talking about the Warriors going out on top, ending the dynasty gracefully. McCarthy and Rodgers are going to
oh my God, that'd
blow up Pittsburgh.
Oh, could you see them getting run out of town? How quick?
Yeah, on the same bus. Let's talk Raiders, because they have the number 1 draft pick overall, and everyone is saying Fernando Mendoza is going to be drafted number 1. My question to you, Big Ben, is he a franchise-altering quarterback?
Could be. Well, with the Raiders, you don't have to alter it much to be like good, right? Everything is relative. I think he's got some things going for him. And here's my reasoning. Mr. Kubiak just won a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold.
The great Sam Darnold out of USC.
Amazing, right? He's just phenomenal quarterback. Like, he would tell you he's not that great. Like, that's how honest Sam is. It's like, I'm not that great, but Clint put it in, So I think Clint comes in, and he's not going to plop a playbook in front of Francisco Mendoza and say, you got to learn this. He's going to go, I want to see what you can do and you can do well within the framework of the plays that I could potentially call, that I know would work, right? He's going to have a Mad Libs playbook. I think that's beneficial in the fact that he's not going to be forced to do things he can't do day one. He's a very good system. Kubiak makes a good system.
Oh, did you just call Mendoza a system quarterback?
He's going to be for year one. He's gonna operate within a system. There's no way they're gonna be like, hey, Francisco, run out there, do some bootlegs, RPOs, just light the place on fire. No.
Okay, long term, is he a franchise quarterback or is he a system quarterback?
Again, with the Raiders, you don't have to do much to be a franchise quarterback. Like, let me tell
you. When I
you,
say franchise quarterback, I'm talking Justin Herbert, Patrick Mahomes. Maybe even Trevor Lawrence to some degree, C.J. Stroud, Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, franchise quarterback.
Okay,
or is he a bridge quarterback who will play okay for the next 3 or 4 years, but then they're going to want to replace him with someone else?
No. So, okay, go back to what's the last franchise quarterback the Raiders have had? Some would argue Derek Carr.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was good enough, right? Decent quarterback. So if the bar is Derek Carr, I think Francisco can get there. I think he can do all right.
Under Clint?
Yeah, with Clint. Pair him with Clint. He'll do fine. Like, Clint's going to keep him okay. He's not going to give him keys to the car, but he'll be... You know how you take those driver ed things and the guy's got the brake next to you? Like, he's going to let him drive the car, but he's got the brake whenever he needs it. That's Clint Kubiak. But I don't think the Raiders, Genty's going to get a ton of carries. Brock Bowers is going to, arrow out, here you go, make that throw. It's going to be very simple. He's not going to lose a game. It's not going to be Geno Smith and what was the knucklehead coach at Oregon, Chip Kelly's offense. It's not going to be that. He's going to make it just like he did with the Hawks. Make it easy for him.
Or who is a rookie quarterback's best friend? The running back. They're going to feed Genti. But do you think Mendoza is more like, they compare him to Joe Burrow? Then I've heard Matt Ryan. I've heard Kirk Cousins. What's your QB assessment?
Okay, go back to a few QBs that were drafted. There's two that come to mind that were drafted number 1 overall and won the NCAA championship. And that's Cam Newton and Joe Burrow recently. Like, you look at that gut, and Joe trials, tribulations early on, but then went to the Super Bowl. Cam went to a Super Bowl too, I believe. I mean, he was an MVP.
Yeah.
Mendoza isn't Cam. Like, he just doesn't. He's not Cam, right? And I don't think he's Joe Burrow either. Like, he's a hybrid. It's 420 indica and sativa, I guess. I mean, like, he isn't one or the other. So I think, in going back, I think you look at him like a Trevor Lawrence would be my closest kind of guy. Like, you don't see Trevor throwing deep down the field all that often. Yeah. You see him using his feet quite a bit. You see him, swing pat. Like, I think that's your closest guy right now would be Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I think Mendoza is a very smart player, a very smart person, and in the right system, I think he will do well. I don't know if he's a franchise quarterback. Maybe he'll develop into one, but I definitely disagree with the people that say his comp is Joe Burrow. Like, absolutely not. Like, I had to bring up some stats because I'm like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he was kind of like Joe Burrow. So in Mendoza's natty year, he threw for 3,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, and had a 72% completion rate, which is great.
Yeah.
He was 39 touchdowns, 0 interceptions in the red zone over the last 2 years. He just doesn't make mistakes. Like, very smart, cerebral quarterback. But let's not compare him to Joe Burrow. In Joe Burrow's natty year, he threw for 5,600 yards, 60 touchdowns, and had a 76% completion rate, which is ridiculous. We talk about levels. In Wemby's level, like, Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Mendoza right now, and I think he'll always be better than Mendoza. Can Mendoza be a great NFL player? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. But let's stop with the Joe Burrow comparison.
Well, let's go look at some Wonderlic stores kind of too. Like, I think there's a lot like to be said about what's between the ears for Mendoza, because he's a smart kid, right? He's intelligent. I mean, I don't think he cusses. He's one of those guys, like, he's just put together really well. And I think that aids him moving forward. Like, he's intelligent enough. Now, the game's going to be faster. Guys are bigger. But, like, you can, like I said, if you got a good coach that can allow you to do the things you do well and then build from that, then I think he'll do okay.
Yeah.
And
look at Kirk Cousins. He's had a long, great career.
Yeah. Find what you do well. Like, Kurt just slings it. Guy slings it. And Kurt's a smart guy too.
Doesn't anymore.
Well, he slings. No, he slang it. He slang it.
Slang it.
Doesn't sling it anymore. Mendoza will do okay.
Oh, shocker. Nuggets up 24-12. Series over.
They're okay.
No, you said no we're talking about Ant.
Dude, I mean, where's my call sheet app? I could have called that 3 weeks ago or whenever
that on Kalshi.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I got one more NFL question for you, because I was out hanging out with my buddy Todd McShay yesterday, and we were kind of chopping it up, him and his co-host Steve Munch, and so thinking about the Rams, like, what are the Rams going to do? They have 7 picks. They have a first round, a second round, a third, a sixth, and then 2 7th-round picks. So at some point, they have to draft a wide receiver. You might say, why are they going to draft a wide receiver? Well, in case you've been on Kalshi and not been on the news, Puka Nacua is in rehab, and he's had some off-the-field situation. And he's entering the final year of his 4-year, $4 million rookie
He
deal.
didn't sign a new one yet, huh?
That is a great deal for the Rams, right? They paid him $4 million over 4 years. You know how much value they got out of Puka Nacua? But anyways, that's going to be expiring, and he has a chance to get an extension anywhere between 30 to 45 million, which could be like a top 10, top 5, top 3 wide receiver. And then the other guy on the other side of the field is Mr. Devontae Adams, who's a stud out of the Bay Area, but he's 33 with 1 year left on his deal. So the Rams at some point should draft a wide receiver. So here's my question, Big Ben.
Mm-hmm.
At number 13, more than likely, according to my boy, Todd McShay, Carnell Tate from Ohio State will be gone, and Jordan Tyson from Arizona State will be gone. Those are both top 10 picks. So should the Rams draft a receiver like Mekhi Lennon or Omar Cooper Jr. or your boy Denzel Boston from UW,
Ooh.
or should they get another need for either their offense or defense?
Do you think Puka was set up?
By who?
The Cronkies own the Rams, right?
No, they're the Chargers.
Okay, who owns the Rams?
I'll have to look it up.
Like, this guy's due for a huge contract. Let's see what we can do to kind of lessen, at the
What are you talking about?
negotiating
He went out and said some very.
I get that.
thing.
Like, they tried to help.
He grabbed some women in the wrong places.
Yeah. Yes. But
Oh wait, no, you're right. Stan Kroenke does own the Rams. My bad.
Yes, you had to draft a wide receiver for leverage, right?
Yeah.
I think you're not going to go up to Nacua and say, "Hey, we can replace you with this guy." Like, Nacua is good, like really good.
Nacua's great.
Like one of the top, probably 3, 4. Jefferson, Chase, Nacua, JSN, maybe.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, 5 right there. But you need leverage, right? You can't. And I bet you that the Rams are. The thing I've seen, you see with the Rams, it's like the only way to keep the window open is to win now. Yeah. Like, they will do things. They will, if they find a player that they want to think can fit in and allow them to win tomorrow, they will do that. I think they do that as opposed to the Seahawks who would say, we'll draft in the back and develop. Mm-hmm. I think the Rams will find some guy. And if they can't plug a wide receiver that's still available in, I don't know what they'll do. They might package some and go get who was unhappy at wide receiver.
AJ Brown.
Sure. Go get him. I mean, seriously.
Well, the Rams have 2 question marks at wide receiver. So there's the Puka thing, but there's also the Devontae Adams. Like, he's not a long-term answer because I don't want him either. But I don't know what they're going to do. I think it depends on how the draft board shakes up. I'm looking at my boy Todd McShay's draft board, and Caleb Downs is at 10. You've got Caden Proctor from Alabama at 12. Or 14, you got Reuben Bain Jr., Akeem Mesidor from Miami. The Rams could always use offensive line help, and you could never have enough defense. I think the Rams don't get a wide receiver. Because, look, Puka was drafted in the 5th round. Like, Les Snead has done really well in the draft.
Yeah.
And so I don't think he's going to overpay for a wide receiver. I think he's going to get someone on the offense or defensive line, or maybe even like a cornerback or a safety if they need it.
Fair.
So I think they draft their wide receiver late, but they definitely are going to get multiple wide receivers.
To your point, you can save a lot of money on a wide receiver if you pick him up in the second round or beyond. First round wide receivers are going to get paid. Yeah. Relative to the output. You're not going to get a better return than you did with Nacua. So I agree with you. No wide receiver.
Yes.
If not, go get a veteran. Go get AJ Brown. Go get someone like a little younger than Avante. That way you even have more leverage against Nacua. Like, hey, you want $40 million a year? Sorry, buddy. This guy just ate up 20 of it.
Brandon Ayuk's available and open in the Bay Area if the Rams want to get him.
Would be a bad idea. You could never have too many wide receivers.
He hasn't played in a year. Who knows what he's doing?
He's away from that substation. That would help.
Yeah, exactly.
I had one more for us.
Ooh.
I actually was typing it in and I didn't.
Mariners? Are they going to turn the season around?
We don't need to turn around. We're like third, 1.5 games out of the West. Like we don't need to turn all the way around. We just need to kind of veer off in a direction that no one, wins.
You think you can catch the A's?
Dude, there's nothing to catch. We win tonight and we're in first place. Like we don't need to catch anyone. They're not. There's no rabbit in this race. We're all tortoises. Like we'll be okay. The bats need to wake up. I got to tell you a story though.
Let's hear it.
I bought some tickets, and I assumed that I was going to go with 4-year-old Kennedy.
Yeah.
So I buy him out in Julio's J-Rod. He's got this whole section, right? So I sit down and sitting there, and we get there kind of early, but not, too egregious. But we're there, and when we're talking, and all of a sudden, like Julio, starts chucking balls in. After at the end of every inning, he's chucking balls. And he throws one at me. I think he threw it at me like on a line.
Okay.
It's cold.
Do you have a mitt or are you going bare hand?
No, bare hand. And I couldn't take one off the chest. So I went to the side and went through my hands.
And you dropped it.
Dropped it.
Who picked it up?
This grandma sitting it bounces around. She goes, "Does someone want this, honey?"
Did you say, "Hey, he was throwing it to my daughter"? You didn't pull that one?
Here's the funny part. I turned around. There's like 36 kids between the age of 4 and 14 behind me, just fighting each other. One kid's like, "I got 3 balls today." Another one's like, "I got 6." They're keeping tabs. They are just vultures.
Oh.
So if I took one, I'm getting thrown on the field or thrown down wherever.
It's for your daughter. You're okay. If you were there with like Wheezy and Madden, and you took the ball from kids, that would be a problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
but I think he threw it at me.
I don't think you're gonna win a Gold Glove this year.
I think he threw it at me though. I want to talk to him. Just because it had no arc. It wasn't like one of these. It was like he was throwing someone out at the plate. It hurt my hand.
You gotta catch that.
That's humbling, right? Isn't it? Like you're back there, and some grandma picks it up. I almost walked up. I just said, "I'm done. Can't sit here anymore. Can't take it. Get a hot dog from heaven." All right, let's get out of here.
Grandma was in a great place, and you should be in a great place. And listen to Big Ben and K Winn each and every week. If you're an audio podcast, we are on Spotify, iHeart, Pandora, and Apple. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and give us a 5-star review. If you're a video podcast person, that's also on Spotify and on YouTube. Make sure you also subscribe. The social media hits will keep on coming. We're putting out bangers lately at Big Ben K Winn _. That is Threads, that is X, that is Instagram, that is TikTok, that is YouTube Shorts. And don't forget to follow the Discord.
Hold on.
You getting on Kalshi right now?
No, hold on.
If I could go on Kalshi, I would say Big Ben is going to drop another ball thrown to him.
I'm going on Wednesday.
I'm going to load up.
I'm taking my mitt this time. I can't do it. I'm taking the mitt. Is that okay?
It's fine.
I don't know. There needs to be guidelines and rules for sitting down there.
You can bring a mitt.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to snag like 10.
It's worse if you don't have a
knocking kids off me.
Good.
Is that okay? I'm trying to look for. So I've heard the term bangers too much.
Yeah.
Okay, we need a new one. No skips.
No skips. Are
Absolute,
you on Urban Dictionary?
absolute heaters. Straight gas.
Straight gas.
Knockers? No.
No, that could be
Slapper.
that could get us canceled.
Slappers.
I like slappers.
Back-to-back missiles. Wall-to-wall
Back-to-back missiles.
Wall-to-wall bangers. No, back-to-back missiles.
Back-to-back missiles or slappers?
Slappers?
Yeah.
Slappers? Certified heater?
You're cutting out, so I'm going to cut out.
All right. Boom.
Go pay your internet.